It's Sean Richards here, and you're with Hollywood Melanin. We're at the season 3 premiere of Dear White People, Netflix's very own gem of a gem. Season 3, keep on giving. Hi, I'm Sean with Hollywood Melanin. How are you? And this is Hollywood Melanin, girl, and you are gorgeous. How excited are you? This is season 3, Netflix, original programming. People are hyped. If you could, I mean, you already shot it. We haven't seen it. I'm excited. Is there one word that would describe this season?
This season, surprising. And that's me only having done my stuff, but watching the trailer. I was watching the trailer like, what? When they got to the Secret Society, I was like, what? What? So I'm going to say surprising. And one word for my character, ice cubes. Ice cubes. It's yeah.
Okay, so you're an OG, but not really. No, because you've been acting so long. Do you remember? I have to ask this. Do you remember your first real hardcore TV audition? Because you're like,
first TV audition was probably, well, okay, there's two. I auditioned for Felicity on the WB. I did not get it. I think Taraji P. Henson got it, but I auditioned for that, and that was so green. I was like, please don't give it to me because I don't know what I'm doing. And the second big one was Girlfriends, and I got that one. Played Tony's sister for 2 or 3 episodes. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. Any funny thing that happened on set doing this movie? Because this TV show is very intense.
Yes.
I mean, it goes through highs and lows. It's a dramedy. It's educational. It's all these different things. Yeah. But how do you guys break the ice, Ice Cube?
You know, everybody there is so loving. And the good thing about having been in the business so long, the babies knew me. So when I walked in, they were like, Yvette. So that always feels good when you walk on set. There's nothing worse than walking on set and everybody like, who this? Don't nobody tell you where the bathroom is or where the Cheetos are. So I kind of liked it when I walked on set. The babies were excited to see me and I was as excited to see them. So, and I don't know if you've ever visited set. It's a warm, loving, welcoming set.
You're reoccurring. Yeah, I know. We know who you are. You're reoccurring. But sometimes when you come on set as a reoccurring, it can be a little cold at times. And this is not like that.
No, it depends on who's number one. I mean, you got Logan as number one. This baby finished her work for the day and then stayed and watched me and Antoinette work. Like, everybody don't do that. And it wasn't like no one told her to. She didn't have to. She loves her show. She loves her castmates. She loves the people that visit. And she wanted to be a part of it. And so that whole vibe is like throughout everything. And also, it starts with Justin. So when you have a showrunner and a creator that's loving and inclusive, like I did the show because Justin sent me a DM on Twitter like, hey.
DM, not breakdown services, a DM.
Do you want to come play? And I was like, yes, sir, thank you, and please. So we worked out what day he needed me to be there. And it was an easy yes because I love the show. I love what he's doing and what he's building. And I want to be a part, you know?
I want to tell you, we're so excited to even interview you. Season 3. Why don't you step a little bit over here?
Make sure I'm in the right spot.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so.
Can I wipe my sweat on camera?
Please do. It's sexy.
I'm a lot.
Actually, it's misty.
It's a glow. It's a glow. You know, I'm dabbling with a light male beat today, so I just want to try to keep it on my face.
But it's giving you a nice.
It's like a little glow, yeah. You know who's the master of that is Marquis. He looks shiny all the time. Anyway, you had questions. I'm sorry.
Season 3.
Yeah.
You guys have touched. Season 2 was a lot of mental illness, trauma, PTSD, which a lot of times, a lot of TV shows don't even want to talk about.
Yeah.
You guys went there, especially at the demographic that you're hitting.
Yeah.
What can we expect for season 3?
More of that. You know, I mean, look, I feel like the thrust of it for me, because it always starts with me on a personal level, and the thrust of it was like, our personalities and our missions and our brands and our essence covers and all that stuff, it gets us places. And it can be very scary to let some of that go when we feel like we gotta grow, but we gotta grow. We gotta grow by any means necessary. I've been through life with a lot of people telling me I'm a lot, I'm too much. And so what? Y'all have to suffer if I'm too much for you. So that's really the season. Everybody is going there. You know what I mean? Like everyone's challenging the shell a little bit this season. And I want us all to find space to do that. So that's why I made it like that.
We're Hollywood Melanin, and what we're talking about is the beautifulness of the casting. Do you remember? I know we're in season 3 now, and you're really excited. I mean, a lot of shows don't make it to season 3, okay? You've got season 3, you've got this beautiful cast. I mean, you hit every complexion, colorism, you talk about it, you don't shy away from it, but you go there, and the cast is so beautiful to even look at.
Yeah, they are.
When you first were doing casting, I know, did you even think you would get to season 3? Or, I mean, you always want to be positive, but I mean, this was a film, remember? So a lot of times
I never thought it'd be a show, let alone get to a season 3. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to think about because the minute you're like, we gonna get that season, sorry guys, the numbers didn't work out, you know? So like, I don't ever get my hopes too up, but I feel good about it, you know? But I try to just take it one moment at a time. It's really the only thing I'm in the position to do.
with season 3 and the characters have evolved so much, how close are the actors with the writers in the writer's room? Or you try not to do that? You just try to give them an element of surprise?
It's organic. I mean, there's a certain level of distance that happens once we start writing because we do want them to be surprised. But really every other time, there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of inspiration from people's Instagram accounts, our conversations with them. I mean, the characters, like, we have to co-own them at this point. Like, Sam is just as much Logan's fault as mine at this point, you know, in three seasons. She knows about her inner life in ways that I'll never know. Because as an actress, she makes choices that I'm inspired by, and then I go and write her a little bit differently. So it's an osmosis thing. We just sort of like go back and forth, I think.
The rewrites. Are rewrites the night before sometimes? Or
Rewrites are all the time.
Even on set?
Especially on set. You know, it's a comedy, so there's always a writer there to punch up something that's not quite working, or, you know, to make something clear, especially the way I write and the way my staff writes. Like, it's so much about the language that you just want to perfect that up until the last minute. I mean, we're still rewriting in the editing, you know, because we got ADR lines we're changing, and so yeah, it's a constant process.
I have another question, which, how do you get so much topic in 29 minutes sometime? Because I don't count the credits, and I'm looking like, I was watching an episode the other day, and it was 15 minutes, and I was like, there's so much happened. There's still time to go. How do you do it?
I mean, I don't really think about the topics, you know. I think about the characters, and I think about their journey. The truth is, they're just very opinionated people. So, like, to follow them is to hear their opinions about, like, literally everything. But what I'm tracking is, like, where are they emotionally, though, with each other, you know? And, like, what do they need but don't know it yet? And, like, that's where my mind is at. So I just kind of do that. And the rest of it is me being a lot. And my writers being a lot.
This is season 3. You guys tackled so many things. You tackled mental health. You tackled trauma, PTSD. I mean, trolling, social media. Can you sum it down to one word for season 3, if you can?
Growth. Growth. That's what it was about. It was about going deeper and coming up higher. Expanding who you are, learning about yourself, trying new things, you know, stepping into new roles. Growth.
Being a woman in Hollywood and producing so many things, I mean, you've produced films, television. Are you happy where it's going as far as TV shows like this? Everybody's politically evolved, educated more now. Do you find that that's what everybody seems to be talking about is?
You know what? I think it's the fact that there's so many voices out there, so many different iterations of our story, the Black story. It's not monolithic. And that's what's really exciting, just the multiplicity of ideas and voices out there. And they have all these new platforms. So there's so many ways. It's not just Netflix anymore. All the services, Disney Plus, the OTTs at Comcast and HBO Max, like everything, Apple, it's everywhere. That's right, Snapchat, everything. Quibi, Jeffrey Katzenberg's show. I mean, so we're in a golden age. I am so happy to still be here, still working, seeing the army of people behind me that are lifting up all these stories, and it feels really great. And Justin,
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you have to be so proud because this was a movie, and now it's season 3. A lot of TV shows aren't even making it to second season. Season 3.
To Justin and to Yvette Bowser, because they really take the show to the heights that it is. I just shine in the light and, listen to the read-throughs and give my little notes, but it's really their day in, day out effort. So I'm just here to celebrate them and all the wonderful actors and people behind the scenes.
Oh my God. Okay, let's get to it. We're in season 3 now. If you could sum it up to maybe one powerful word, because everybody's giving me something different. I've asked every cast member that I've talked to, what would you say, because we haven't seen it, how would you sum up this season?
In one word, I would say, I have 2, okay, but I'm gonna go with one. Okay, transformation would be the word for me. Yeah, I think you're seeing these characters almost redefine themselves, which is what we do. I mean, all the time, but especially in this time in your life. And to see the freedom, especially with these Black people, these young Black people, be able to step into these different walks of life and choose and try it on and say, this isn't fit, maybe this one is better. It's really empowering, I think. And it's what we need because it's the truth. We haven't been allowed to really share those stories often.
Do you feel, and with the political climate right now, being on a show this educational at the same time, this woke, as they say, do you feel the pressure to be kind of always aware of because I feel like shows like yours, I can see people come up to you at Target and asking you questions about how you feel.
Yeah. I think the show itself, Justin has done such a wonderful job, and Kim Coleman, who cast, and Yvette, who's the showrunner, to really pull together people who are already kind of on this path and on this journey. So it's not necessarily something that I felt like I had to do by joining the show. I think it was just it's in the DNA of everybody who's on this show. And we have such wonderful conversations. It's really, the space is so, it's nourishing, and you're always learning and you're always discussing and you're always questioning. I don't feel the pressure to. It's something that I'm interested in. And I think my castmates as well.
Well, that was leading me to my other question. You guys have a hiatus. Do you guys keep in touch? You're texting, DMing? Okay.
Yeah, we're friends. Yeah, we're friends. We have a group text, and then some of us have been friends for a little bit longer, and they're little groups. But overall, yes, based in Los Angeles, and everybody is. We're friends, and we like each other. It's really fun. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and enjoy Melanin. I want to tell you, season 3, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I'm thrilled. I haven't seen nothing, so I'm just as in shock. My castmates have seen it. I forgot what my Netflix account situation was, and so I'm just in the dark like everybody else. But I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Do you remember, we're at season 3 now. Do you remember your audition for the show, or did you audition for the show?
I do remember my audition. I got tattoos and shit and stuff. So my mama gonna kill me. I got tattoos, so I wore a turtleneck just to, I guess I didn't want them to cast against me. So yeah, it was interesting. It was really interesting. That's all I remember. I remember it was hot that day. I do remember that. in LA. It was hot.
How many times did you go in? Once or twice?
I went in one time, and then I came back for the screen test with Brandon, who plays Troy. And yeah, I didn't see nobody else in there, so I was like, maybe it might just be me. But yeah, that's how it was.
The chemistry on the show is so great. You guys stay like in contact during hiatus season?
Oh yeah, we do. We do very much actually, yeah. And that's no cap. Like honestly, we really do. It's not every day, of course, but we got our own group chat. We got multiple group chats. Yeah, we do. We go out to eat. We do things together. Yeah, we do a lot of things. We black. We blessed. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Could you tell us one funny thing that you've experienced on set acting?
So when I did my Marie Antoinette moment, I'm in a big, huge pink wig, and I think it was like the first time we got to the end of the take, and I fell on purpose. Everything is planned. I fell on purpose, and Logan and everyone else on set, but Logan particularly, busted out laughing. And I said, if Logan Browning is laughing at what you're doing, Quaytan, you're doing the right thing. And it was just, not just her, but Courtney and everyone else on set was like, oh my God, can I just take a moment to say I love Courtney so much? Courtney and everyone else on set made me feel so supported and was like, I could do no wrong. And they were just like, go girl, do it. Take bigger risks, take bigger chances, and just do it. Leave nothing on the floor. Marquis Richardson also was hyping. Marquis wasn't even in the scene. Marquis and Ashley Featherson came over to see me do my scene in my pink wig and all the fabulousness, all the tomfoolery. And they supported me, and they were like, you go, girl, you do it, and you just leave nothing, just give it.
Don't leave anything on the table.
Don't leave anything on the table, just give it your all, and it was so great to have that support.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hollywood Melanin.